Hello, everyone. I want to thank you all for coming on relatively short notice to the press conference this afternoon. We thought, having Mr. Arnold Palmer with us, that it would be a good time to provide an update on where we are with the Ironwood project. And so I want to welcome Mr. Arnold Palmer again to the Cayman Islands. It's wonderful to have a legend, a golfing legend like him with us. We also have up here with me Marty Arnold from CTL Capital, Joseph Beard from GLF Construction, David Moffett from Ironwood, and Mr. Roy Saunders from the Arnold Palmer Group. I'm going to turn over the mic now to David Moffett to explain where we are with the project. And after he's spoken, we can then take whatever questions you may have. David?
Thank you, Honorable Premier. Back in February, I believe 27th, we had our MOU signing, and things were kind of rushed at the moment, and we didn't get to do the press conference then. And now that Mr. Palmer's back again, we wanted to give everyone an update on where we stand on particularly the road, but it ties in with our golf course as well. So what we've have done is assembled our team together, which Marty Arnold from the finance group, Joe Beard is our contractor for the road, and Mr. Palmer, of course, our designer on the golf course. Where we're at right now is that everything is in place, and we wanted to be able to give the press that and bring the people together for your questions. That we're right here at the end of the year. Our private-public partnership is in the last stages of legal that we were hoping to be done before the end of the year. I know things kind of shut down at the end of the year, but it may get stretched out to the first year, but we're very confident that we're on the home stretch on that, and we look forward to breaking ground very soon. The group that we have is very qualified, and we just wanted to give you a chance to let them verify that and who we have on board. So no further questions after that. Let the Premier either open up to questions or...
Well, before I open it to questions, if there's anyone on the panel who really feels that they want to say something by way of introduction, please do so. Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Marty Arnold. I work with CTL Capital. We're headquartered in New York. We're a leading investor in infrastructure developments. We've invested over $16 million since 1998. We have fully negotiated our investment deal with Mr. Moffett and Ironwood. We are ready to fund this as soon as we can have a licensing agreement executed by the Cayman Island government. And how about off the record? This is one of the most beautiful islands in the world. I'm sure all the people or the citizens of the islands know that, but I have really enjoyed this, and I am looking forward to building the road. I'll turn it over to Joe now.
My name's Joseph Beard. I'm with GLF Construction Corporation out of Miami. We're here to participate by bringing the surety and the guarantee for the funding, and also to lead the construction. Currently our plan is to employ as many people from the island as possible and as many contractors as possible. GLF generally, when working in other countries, takes a team of 2 or 3 qualified individuals to lead the project, but the lion's share of the work will all be done by the locals here at Cayman. And we're very happy to participate, and we look forward very much to getting started on the road. We've done some preliminary work already in the design and the quantities, and we think we have a good handle on what it's going to take to do it. So we're looking forward also to receiving for when the licensing agreement is signed off and we can close the deal with Mr. Moffett.
Mr. Palmer, you want to say something?
Well, I don't think I have a lot to say. I'm going to design the golf course and the development, and I've done about 350 around the world in all the countries of the world, so I'm ready to do this. And I agree with some of the statements that have been made that this is about as nice a spot to do what we're going to do as I've seen in my experience. The golf course, the area is fantastic, and of course getting all the things that are needed to be done are very important to us now, to see that this is done as quickly as possible and that we will do a job that you'll all be very proud of.
Thank you. Mr. Saunders, you want to say something?
I'm here with Mr. Palmer, working with Thad Layton and our design company, Mr. Palmer's company, and just very happy to be part of this team, and very excited about the future here with Ironwood on Grand Cayman. It's a beautiful place.
Thank you. We can take questions now.
Thank you, Wendy from Cayman News Service. I just have two questions. The Premier, can you tell us when this deal is going to be signed? What the stumbling blocks are? If the FCO said anything about it whilst you were there this week? So if you could tell us where we are with the deal. And also, I'd like to ask Mr. Beard, GLF construction not put off by what happened to you before in Cayman?
Well, I guess I would have to say I wasn't directly involved with that project at the time. So, but no, GLF is very, very happy to be back in Cayman Island pursuing the work, and we really look forward to the road project. It's a terrific design build project for us. It's the appropriate size and capacity for what we like to do. So we are in no way put off by anything to do with Cayman Islands.
When to answer the part of the question you directed to me, we're in the hands of legal. It's going through the usual organizing exercise with lawyers on either side, working out the details. The structure of the deal was something that the FCO has already approved. And while we talked in general terms at the JMC about projects, I wasn't asked any questions about this project.
You don't have a rough idea, just a date, right?
I'm not going to hazard a guess, because that's what it would be.
A Christmas present.
Shonda from Radio Cayman. Mayor, you mentioned that the infrastructure project will literally pave the way for the Cayman Islands here.
Okay. This question is to Premier. Shonda from Radio Cayman. You mentioned that the infrastructure project will literally pave the way for the Cayman Islands. Care to elaborate more on how you see that being so?
Well, what this project is going to do is going to open up a whole area of Cayman that is presently not accessible at all. And aside from the exciting nature of the project itself, it is going to spur a whole range of development along that 10-mile stretch of road. So I think the prospects are immense and will stretch way into the future. What a well-behaved bunch. Everybody's happy?
Sorry, Mr. Premier, how's your golf?
I don't golf. I cycle.
So you're going to be learning since you've got this guy sat next to you?
When I retire. No time for that, no.
But going back to what Wendy said, I mean, you talk about very soon. It's very soon. When are you going to put a spade in the ground properly, and when are we going to start seeing something?
As soon as we get a license signed.
A month?
I wish I could answer. As I said, the matter is with the lawyers on either side now, so it's not a process over which I have control, nor does David.
So there's not a specific problem or anything, it's just legal people.
Yes, it's ironing out the details. As I said, we've explained the structure before. The structure has been approved, so it's a matter of getting the detail right. And really, the show of force, if I may term it that is here this afternoon, is to communicate as strongly as we possibly can that the project is a go, that all of the necessary parties are involved, engaged, and are prepared to come and publicly say so.
Actually, there is one final question. The recent changes to the planning law, will any of those changes facilitate this development?
The answer to the question from me is I don't know, really. Those changes were not made with this project in mind. I mean, those changes are, as I've said before, are changes that have been made on the basis of recommendations that have been developed over the course of a number of years through various experiences, and are aimed at encouraging development, no question about it, but not specific to any development, and certainly not to this one.
And one final comment to add to that. I know one of the reasons of assembling the group together is there a lot of the rhetoric about, you know, why build a golf course in East End, and, you know, the road, everything as far as the future and what the Go East initiative has meant to do, I think we've incorporated in this project, and it opens up, as the Premier said, a lot of land along this 10-mile corridor that will be other projects that can build off of what we're doing. So it will be a great infrastructure project for future developments outside of ours.
I mean, I'm as anxious, the government is as anxious as anybody for this project to get going, obviously, but we want to ensure, and we will ensure, that this is done right, that it is structured right, that the legal documents are what we need, because I think we've spent a lot of time repenting over the past few years about other deals. We want to make sure we get this right. Well, thank you all very much for being such good people today. I think I deserve an easy ride after the last week I've had. Thanks very much.